Here's a psychology fact you're not ready for. When someone laughs at tragedy, they're usually not heartless. They're overwhelmed. And if you've ever laughed at the wrong moment, a funeral, bad news, someone crying, this is going to hit close to home. Because what looks cruel on the outside is often survival on the inside. Most people judge nervous laughter fast. She's disrespectful. He's immature. There's something wrong with them. But psychology says something very different. Once you understand why the brain does this, you'll stop seeing it as rudeness and start seeing it as protection. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. Most people who laugh at tragedy feel more, not less. But here's when it gets worse. The people who judge them the hardest are often the people who've never felt that level of emotional overload. Because this reaction doesn't come from emptiness, it comes from too much. Reason 1. Laughter is the brain's emergency exit. Here's the painful truth. When emotions spike too fast, the nervous system panics. Fear, shock, grief, anxiety, all at once. The brain needs relief now. And laughter is one of the fastest release valves it has. Not joy, not humor, release. It's like steam escaping a pressure cooker. If the pressure doesn't escape, something worse happens. Shutdown, panic, dissociation. So the brain chooses laughter, not because it's appropriate, because it's effective. If laughter didn't come out, something else would. Crying uncontrollably, hyperventilating, freezing completely. Laughter is sometimes the least damaging option. Reason 2. The brain masks pain when it feels unsafe. This is where it gets personal. Some people grew up learning that certain emotions weren't allowed. Crying got mocked. Fear got dismissed. Sadness got ignored. So the brain learned a workaround. It hides pain behind something safer. A smile, a laugh, a joke. Not because the pain isn't real, because the brain learned this is the only way to survive emotionally. Here's the painful part. People who laugh during tragedy often learned early that showing real emotion was dangerous, so their nervous system adapted, and now it reacts before they can stop it. Reason 3. Shock confuses emotional signals. When tragedy hits suddenly, the brain scrambles. It doesn't have time to choose the correct emotion, so signals cross. Fear mixes with surprise, grief mixes with disbelief, and laughter slips out. Not because the moment is funny, because the brain hasn't caught up yet. This is common after accidents, sudden deaths, unexpected bad news. It's not delayed empathy, it's delayed processing. Most people stop here, and that's the biggest mistake, because they assume intention. Psychology looks at reaction, and those are not the same thing. Reason 4. Laughter restores a sense of control. Here's something subtle but powerful. Tragedy removes control. Someone died. Something terrible happened. Nothing can be fixed. The brain hates helplessness, so it reaches for anything that restores control. Laughter interrupts the spiral. It resets attention. It says, pause, breathe, you're still here. That tiny moment of laughter can stop a full emotional collapse. It's not denial, it's stabilization. If that hit you, good. It means you needed this. Reason 5. Social pressure makes it worse. Now add people. Silence, eyes watching, expectation hanging in the air. The pressure to react correctly creates more stress, and stress makes nervous laughter more likely, especially in people who are highly aware of how others perceive them. They're not insensitive, they're hypersensitive. Their brain is juggling tragedy and social performance. Something has to give, and often it's laughter. Reason 6. Emotionally deep people overflow faster. This one surprises people. Highly empathetic individuals often have stronger nervous responses. They feel things fully, deeply. their emotional cup fills faster. And when it overflows, it spills out sideways, as laughter, as shaking, as awkward smiles. Not because they don't care, because they care too much. Here's the truth you've been avoiding. Emotional depth doesn't always look noble. Sometimes it looks messy, confusing, socially wrong, but it's still depth. Reason 7. Laughter doesn't mean lack of empathy. This is the biggest myth. Psychology clearly separates how emotions are felt from how they are expressed. Someone can understand pain deeply and still laugh nervously. The laughter is about regulation, not disrespect. In fact, studies show people who laugh under pressure often replay the event later with intense guilt. They felt it, they just couldn't show it the right way. After the moment passes, their thinking brain catches up, and they think, "Why did I do that?" Shame follows, not because they're cruel, because they care deeply about how they affected others.
A woman once told me she laughed when a doctor said her father didn't make it. She said the room went silent. Everyone stared. She wanted to disappear. Later that night, she couldn't stop crying. For hours. She loved him. The laughter wasn't the absence of grief. It was the shock before grief arrived. Most people will never understand this because they've never had their emotions hit all at once. But if you have, you know. So what should you take from this? If you laugh during serious moments, you're not broken. Your brain is protecting you the fastest way it knows how. And if you've judged someone else for it, this is your reminder. You never know what storm someone's nervous system is fighting. Here's the mental reframe that actually works. Stop asking, why would they laugh? Start asking, what are they trying to survive right now? That single shift changes everything. Most people will misinterpret nervous laughter and walk away thinking they understand someone. They don't. But now you do. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Don't be most people. If this explains something you've struggled to control or something you've been judged for, stay here. We don't just talk about psychology, we talk about what it feels like to be human.